are joined by Gift Monday. If you have a question, please raise your hand, and we will get you the mic that I am currently holding.
Thanks, man. Congratulations. Thanks for speaking with us. Congrats on the win and the goal. I wanted to ask first about what you saw in that goal. It felt from the press box like the header went up and it just took a long time to get into the goal. I was wondering what you saw coming in for the goal and then how it felt watching it kind of slowly arc its way in.
After when I got a contact with the ball, I was so sure about it. Because, when the ball hit my head or when I hit the ball, whichever way, I was so sure that the ball was going directly into the post. So, but I was already waiting for the rebound in case the crossbar decided to play a quick one on me. But I'm so grateful that it went in.
I know it's been a difficult 2-3 weeks for you. I was wondering what you had to go through to sort of be prepared to play today and not just show up and play, but to actually truly contribute in the way that you did.
Football is a source of joy for me, and irrespective of what I'm going through, I know even my challenges would not stop me from achieving happiness, and football actually gives me that joy. And I just have to keep going. We have to keep living. So, yeah.
Colin.
So I know it's, I don't want to do it too much, but I know it's a difficult period for you. But what did it mean for you, to score that goal at a time like this with everything that's going on?
So like I said earlier on, it's for that goal I dedicated to all of the Spirit fans and also to my dad, because he is my first coach. He made me who I am today. He trained me on how to keep believing and keep moving on. And if I didn't come back and this goal didn't happen, I might never forgive myself because I might feel like I'm still grieving. But with this, my dad is with me and he's giving me the strength to keep going, and this goal was a proof.
Before that goal, you were on the halfway line. I saw you sort of like, massaging your foot like you were injured. So I was kind of worried. What was going through your mind at that time? Did you feel like you couldn't, you had to push yourself to go further?
I was cramping all over. I was cramping from my groin to my adductor, to my hamstring, to my calf. But something was sure that I was going to get a goal. So I had to just keep going. And, thanks to God, I was able to get the goal before I am being pulled out because it would never be complete if I didn't get that goal.
And Aubrey, everyone talks so highly about you and, what you bring to those penalty shootouts. When you stand there looking at the opponents looking at you, do you feel like they're intimidated by you?
I would think so. We obviously won in the semifinal last year in Gotham. No one scored, so I'm sure that's in the back of their minds. But I give a lot of credit to our fans. They're so loud. I have to imagine that's quite intimidating to come up as the opponent and to try to score in front of that. So, yeah, they brought the energy, the confidence, and, I was just confident in our preparation and knew that we would execute today.
Hey guys, congrats on the win. Fantastic performance from both of you. Aubrey, I just wanted to know, obviously all the talk is about the penalty shootout heroics from you, but what's just like going through your head? Like, it's kind of a follow-up to the last.
Honestly, it was pretty calm. Again, confident that we would pull through. I was kind of mad at myself for taking it that far. I think we executed our game plan perfectly up until like the 93rd minute when they scored. And just, the adversity we faced, to have Tara come off at the end and to see how much pain she's in. I was just wishing that I could have helped keep the shutout and we could have wrapped it up a little, prettier earlier on. I could tell the players were were really pushing hard, and everyone was pretty tired. Louisville as well. Yeah, a lot of tired legs, but really proud of us for grinding through. So it was calm, confident, but yeah, a little bit of frustration for having to be in penalties in the first place.
And you guys play, obviously, opposite sides of the pitch. You guys had possession for, well over 70% of that match. What are both of your, perspectives from, seeing it from different sides and, just not being able to, really get that breakthrough and really not finish off those chances that maybe should be finished?
I thought the first half was beautiful. Didn't have much to do. Was just enjoying everything in front of me. Great movement, great decision making, and I think we just kind of got a little bit tired in the second half. Didn't have the correct movement and spacing off the ball, so kind of just bad decisions. Gave it away a little bit too much. Maybe went a little bit too direct, which played into Louisville's hand. But yeah, we grinded it out as much as we could, and incredible goal by Gift. Thought that was going to be the game winner, so sorry about that.
It's okay.
But yeah, the first half was great possession. Second half, I think we got a little tired and kind of strayed away from our game plan. But yeah, just proud of how we fought through that.
Mario.
Congratulations on the win. My first question's for Gift. What was your impressions of playing your first NWSL playoff game?
So after when we qualified for this playoff, I was super excited and I couldn't wait for it. Yesterday during the training, I was just screaming, playoff.
Aww.
It's my first playoff and I want it to end well for me.
And Aubrey, well, in those situations when you're facing off against your opponents in a penalty kick shootout, what thoughts run through your head at that moment in time?
I don't know. Good question. It's just, focusing on my preparation and, watching their run up, making sure I time my dive right. Just focusing on one kick at a time, not really looking at the score or what's going on for us, but just making sure that I do my part to help us win.
Thank you.
Go to Jeff.
Aubrey, just to follow up on that, you mentioned yesterday you know Jordan fairly well, Jordan Bloomer.
Yeah.
In a penalty shootout, how much, if at all, are you two interacting? Is there any sort of gamesmanship in any way? Or
No, I'm not a trash talker. I just kind of focus on my job. Just if anything, I'm just more engaged with the fans and was trying to get them hyped up. Just kind of focusing on me and what I need to do.
and just going into the week ahead, with knowing the injuries, the stuff that, everything that you've been dealing with as a team, how do you approach that? I mean, obviously you went through that this week, but now you add a couple more injuries, unfortunately. I mean, how do you approach just kind of that, even mentally, of building up to another game?
Yeah, we'll just take it one day at a time. Hopefully some rest will help for Tara and Gabby. I haven't heard exactly what their injuries are. Hopefully we can get them back and some of our other players back. But more than anything, I think we can take away today that, we have a lot of depth. We are determined, and we can do whatever it takes to grind out a win. Again, should have probably wrapped it up in regulation, but we dug deep. We didn't let it get to us mentally that we conceded late. I think we can take a big step forward regardless of who we have available next week and know that we'll be ready for the match.
Jose.
Right here, guys. First off, congratulations on the win. Questions for Aubrey. We talked earlier in the week how important you felt it was to not basically be a surprising win for Louisville. How did you feel about your teammates' mentality playing throughout the whole 120, especially on tired legs? And Adrian kind of mentioned the hard work you go through to prepare for these PKs and how much you guys have practiced a month leading into these playoffs. Can you kind of go into detail as to the work that goes behind the scenes and preparing for PKs?
I know we talked a lot about the game plan and trying to limit the chaos, keep possession, not let them be as direct. And again, I felt we did such a great job until the end where I just think we got some tired legs, tired minds. The extra time, I thought we had some great chances. Paige came in, did a great job working down the right wing, put in some great crosses. We barely missed connecting on a couple of those. So, yeah, we battled back and still had some good chances. I think we'll probably look at that final pass and that final detail there and look to fix that for next week. In terms of penalty prep, yeah, we definitely practice. We have a team sports psychologist as well who kind of gives us some tips and walks us through just the routine for the kickers. And, yeah, there's a lot that goes into it that maybe the average person wouldn't see, but it's just about us being together and believing in each other and knowing that we've prepared, and I think that's reflected today in, the confidence of our penalty kickers, and, we did our job, so moving on.
We'll go to our junior reporter.
Hi, I'm Elise, the junior reporter for NWSL, and my question's for both of you about the pressure was really on in overtime. How did both of you guys deal with that?
You want to go?
Yeah,
Or-
you go first.
Just staying present, like communicating with my defenders is really important for me, to not think about the goal conceded or what's to come if that's penalties, but just staying connected behind the back line and making sure I'm scanning to see like where their attacking threats are, or if I get the ball, like where my options are. But staying present is really important to not let any nerves get in.
Yeah, what she said. I think we are so connected that if, for example, if Aubrey is tensed, I can sense it, and then I go talk to her and calm her down. So we're just connected that we can feel whatever any other person is feeling, and then we just talk to the person, and then everything is cool.
Yeah, the coaches brought a lot of energy too during the water breaks. That was really important as we were getting tired. And there were a lot of injuries. A lot of times we'd go back to the bench and all come together, and it was just making eye contact and saying, "We got this." Keep pushing, keep going.
Jake.
Aubrey, congrats on the win. You've been a part of this team, obviously, when they've been at their highs and been at their lows. Second straight year of you guys making it to the semifinals. Just kind of talk about, since you've been in the positions of winning and losing games like this, especially in the playoffs, the importance of winning that first playoff game as you guys try to look to obviously not just make the championship, but win it this time.
Spirit loved to keep things interesting, especially in the playoffs. I think Sam was giving me a stat. We've almost gone to extra time every home playoff?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. 5 for 5. Oh, 5 for 5. I know. I feel bad, especially because I'm a goalkeeper and don't have to run, so it's not as hard. But, I guess always entertaining for the fans. Would love, my heart rate would love for it to be done, wrapped up in a bow in 90 minutes. But again, I think it's credit to my teammates, this organization, the staff, everyone. We're very resilient. We can dig down deep and know that we have whatever it takes to get the job done. So that'll definitely give us some confidence going into the semi next week, which hopefully we won't need to go to penalties.
That would be a gift.
Yeah, it would be a gift.
All right, we'll
Maybe
go
get
to-
us 2 goals.
We'll go to Jonathan.
Hi, Aubrey. Jonathan Tannenwald
Yeah.
of the Philadelphia Inquirer. A few of your teammates, before we came in here, we've asked them about how much confidence your presence gives them. And they all said, yes, quite a bit. And I wonder, for you to know that what you're doing out there in a shootout then helps them further, what does that mean to you?
Great. Yeah, it's mutual. I have confidence in our kickers to make it, and they have confidence in me to save it. So I think it feeds into each other. When all right, Aubrey's going to pull out a save, we just got to hit ours and we win. And then I know, they're going to make it. I just need one save and we'll be good. So I think that just kind of, breeds confidence and takes a little bit of pressure off the kickers and a little bit of pressure off me, and just helps each other get our job done.
Hi, Aubrey. You mentioned that you like to engage with the fans during the penalty kickouts or shootouts, and I wanted to ask, so the kickers always get the luxury of silence on the home games, but
Yeah,
you don't
right.
seem to get that luxury. So is that something you fuel your performance with, or is that something you tune out? I know you said you like to engage, so I'm curious how you deal with not being afforded that same luxury.
It doesn't bother me. Again, I think it gives me kind of a feeling of being invincible and makes it seem, maybe the goal's a little smaller, and definitely helps me for the Louisville players to have to walk up all that way from the center circle, see the loud, rowdy Audi fans. I have to imagine that's pretty intimidating. So yeah, I think that definitely helps, and it's probably, pretty intimidating and gives us a little bit of an edge.
Andre.
Yeah, Andre.
Thank you. Congrats on the win, both of you, and Gift, congrats on the goal. Gift, wanted to ask you about your connection with Rose. She was incredible today, got behind, created a lot of danger, and was able to assist you as well. So what was the relationship like, and how is it developing?
I think that relationship is important in this team. And it keeps developing. Every day we have to train, and I am so grateful for being in this team with Rose, with every other players. This is just the beginning. That's all I can say.
I'd love to hear that. Aubrey, I wanted to ask you about your process. You're very intentional in just about everything you do. Everything you do out there to kind of prepare for a penalty kick seems very intentional, and it's been that way for a long time. Obviously, not to give away your process, but like, what kind of went into putting this together? And obviously, you see the success from it. So what went into making this your process?
We practice penalties, honestly, throughout the season. Ironically, I've not saved any in the run of play this year, so maybe I just need to get into more of a rhythm. But just practice timing my dive right according to different types of run-ups. Making saves at different heights. So it's not like, it's playoffs, there's panic, like it may come down to penalties, which it could be concerning for some people because you associate penalties with a little bit of luck. But I think it's, again, a skill that can be practiced for the shooters, for the keepers as well. So, all of us have been practicing all year long with our goalkeeper coach. And, we know we're ready for it. So I think, again, that gives confidence going into it for our kickers, for me, and, ultimately just leads to good outcomes.
Were you in line to take one?
I was in line. I can't tell you when, but can't give that away. But yeah.
Thank you.
Melanie.
Hi, congrats both on the win. A question for both of you. Adrian before was talking a lot about how the mental side of the game and how important it is to kind of be prepared, and providing you all with resources with sports psychologists, in the run up to this. So how important is it for both of you to kind of have access to those resources and have that be part of your routine, especially in these high pressure moments in the playoffs?
Yeah, it's a huge part of what goes into being a pro athlete. For a long time, it's not been talked about. Resources not been provided. We've had a sports psychologist on staff since last year. He's great. He works with us individually if we need, but also as a team. We've done presentations on kind of like maintaining our cool. We talk about what to do if calls aren't going our way, things aren't going our way, and we kind of learn about how we each respond and what we need to feel connected and feel motivated. So, for example, I know Esme is a more passionate player, and when she gets a little bit fiery, that's kind of a good thing. I'm not let's calm down, but that's how she brings her personality. So we kind of lean into what each person brings, and do they play a little more elevated and excited, or are they a little more chill? I'm definitely more calm, and you don't have to think Aubrey's, not excited, but, that's just me, level-headed and calm. So another, great resource to have, and it's sparked some great conversations and understanding each other and understanding how then we can help each other in the game.
Honestly, Aubrey said everything.
Sorry, I'm long-winded. I'll leave some for you.
Luis.
Hi, Aubrey. I got a different question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any goalkeeper who is inspiring you now or inspiring you in the past?
Oh, yeah. Growing up, soccer wasn't on TV much, especially not women's soccer. So I would watch the U.S. Women's National Team when I could, and was a fan of Bryce Curry, which is really cool. She's now an investor with the team, and I've gotten to meet her and gotten to know her. She was also a previous assistant coach. So, yeah, it was cool to see her. She really paved the way. And then Hope Solo as well was one of the first like modern day goalkeepers where you know, got to see a great athlete, someone who's great with their feet. So I would say those two just, yeah, really paved the way for the sport and the position.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Chase.
Aubrey, I wanted to ask a little, before and during the shootout, it seemed like the referee was bringing you and Jordan Bloomer together to talk about something, and then there'd be one kick, and then it would be like another chat, and then one kick. What was going on? It was very confusing to see it play out.
So yeah, at the beginning, he's just giving us the speech, stay on the line, don't do any like Emilio Martinez antics, I'll have to warn you. And it's like, no worries. And sometimes as a keeper, you can hand the ball to your teammates, but he's explaining he'll give the ball to the kickers. So yeah, just kind of the formalities. Yeah, then we got underway, and I mean, it was maybe slow intentionally. But yeah, that was it, just kind of your formalities.
And then during the post-game celebration, it looked like at least Esme, maybe a couple other players ended up in the stands. I don't know if you were. Oh, you didn't say. Okay.
I have to go with broadcast. I missed out on all the fun.
Well, then you probably wouldn't know.
That's hilarious.
But in general, you've mentioned having the crowd at your back in that moment and how much it adds for you. It adds your confidence. It adds maybe some intimidation on the other side. I'm kind of curious. Is there a process in terms of like making sure you don't get like too excited by it? The fact that it's such a wall of noise, where it's like it could become like you're jumping early, your timing could be off, things like that.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, I was before every kick, trying to get them louder and louder. Yeah, just really grateful for the fans. They were awesome. Just trying to thank them afterwards, and we need them next week, so hopefully everyone comes back. I wouldn't ever say that I've thought that they're too loud. Nope, they can turn it up even more if they want. Yeah, it's just more just kind of focusing in on the kicker and making sure I do my thing and I kind of block out the noise. Yeah.
Thanks. All right. Thank you both. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
See you next week.